Yeah. If I die tomorrow, I hope you hear these words. I ain't here to flip no birds or sip no serve. Hope the future generations can get this urge. Stay woke, youngin', and avenge these nerds.
Yo, what is going on?
What is good, everybody?
Oh,
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday indeed.
You almost sounded like you were questioning it. You're like, was it in fact a happy Tuesday?
I definitely was questioning if it is going to be a happy Tuesday.
I mean, Shy in the building already.
Shy's ready to go.
I'm here with the Lord of the Rings. I love it.
So we'll see.
Lord, I can talk. All right. What'd you get into this weekend?
I am 3-0 in my fantasy football league.
Hey,
always
good shit. Who's your QB?
Purdy.
Okay.
So he's I don't know. So we'll see. But I've been 3-0. I mean, I have solid. Rest of the team is doing fairly well. Although I have Dallas's defense and they keep shitting the bed. I don't know.
I don't like. Everyone's looking at me like, "Yo, what's up with your team?" I'm like, guys, this is opposite of what we usually do. We're usually great in the regular season, shitty in the postseason. So maybe they're trying something new this year. I don't know. You tell me.
Okay. All right. Okay. I guess. I
have no I got nothing. I got nothing for it. I promise you.
So there was that, and then I had a 4K Blu-ray haul that came in on Friday.
I saw you went ham.
Yeah. So I've been watching been running through those.
What have you run through so far?
So Starship Troopers, Fifth Element,
nice.
Pacific Rim. I have been on a current rerun of the 3 Lord of the Rings movies, but I can't watch them all in one sitting because of the family.
I mean, it's also, I guarantee you're watching the director's cut. Like, there's no way you're watching the actual ones.
There's no other way to watch Lord of the Rings. I mean,
oh man,
there's no other way. You don't watch we don't watch the theatrical cut of Lord of the Rings.
Also, yes, Shy has like a crazy long list, and we were talking about cosplay the other day. Almost made me miss it, almost. And then, yeah, I think everyone at this point, if you don't have it, you need to get it, because I'm not a huge Star Wars, Lord of the Rings fan, but I still have like the director's editions, just because I was like,
they're not even the directors, they're just the definitive edition to watch the movie. And I don't I understand they do. What's up, Rose? I understand that there was a theatrical release back when we were youngins.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you, I have not watched the theatrical release for fucking
ages.
years.
I would say a good 15 years, no doubt.
Yeah.
And my parents have the books, the one about Merry and Pippin growing and fighting orcs out of the Shire. Yes.
Nice. Yeah, Return of the King is a 4.5 hour movie. Like that's how you look at Return of the King. It's not a 2 and change 3 hour. So there's that, and then I started watching Dune Part 1 yesterday, and then I'm gonna ideally continue that soon, then go into Dune Part 2. I'm hoping, and then I got a 4K cut of Mask of the Phantasm, which I haven't watched in
oh my god
years.
I can't even imagine what a 4K cut of that looks like.
Yeah. So I'm really pumped to see Mask of the Phantasm in 4K with super high colors. And then I got Matt Reeves' Batman, which I heard is fantastic in 4K.
Okay, part of me feels like, so when we watch old anime and we see the remaster and they're really well done and we're like, cool, it looks awesome, but there's somewhere we're I kind of like the old style. I the new style obviously looks good, but it doesn't give anything more than just a fresh coat of paint. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Does this like? Do you think it feels that way like with something like this? Because Bruce Timm, you can tell like his stuff has evolved. Like you can see his stuff has changed, but you always know a Bruce Timm like art style when it happens, especially like with a lot of his newer stuff. But that early stuff is like hard to like.
So it depends, right? So I haven't seen it because I'm gonna watch it with Bear.
Okay.
So I have not seen Mask of the Phantasm in decades. Just I can confidently say like decades, just because it was never streaming. Now it is on Max. I just never watched it. I think I did watch what I and then I never bought it on Blu-ray. I bought Return of the Joker on Blu-ray. I bought that on Blu-ray. That was good to have because that was the uncut version. Because Return of the Joker has a director's cut. Where like the Joker's you see Joker killed the dude instead of the gas, he shoots him and it pierces him in the chest.
Yes, yes, he does.
So that's a good cut. That's not in. You see, so I don't. So yeah, so we'll see.
Yes,
yeah. I had the VHS.
Phantasm is so good. Phantasm
was great too because it was like it was the first and only theatrical Batman animated movie. It was supposed to be on the TV, and then they decided to like, no, we're gonna put into movies. And they had to draw everything in to fit the format.
Yeah. So I watched it. So it was the whatever year that came out. I want to say it was the same year that Fern Gully came out. ? I want to say. Right. And my aunt was babysitting me and my sister Larice, and she took us to the movies. I'm too young to be left alone in a theater. Like obviously too young. Like when did
you take you? Cross County or Bay Plaza?
Bay Plaza. She lived in Bay Plaza. Like she lived in Co-op. And she was like, whoop, you go to this movie, I'll pick you up after. She took
went to Fern
Gully. And we were just and I remember she got so much shit about it afterwards. And I was 5. I was 5 fucking years old, just happy as a clam. Batman, like in the theaters. It's so funny.
Yeah. So I'm hoping I see that this weekend.
Yeah.
So to your point, I think it depends on how it's done. So like I have a 4K master of the Transformers movie, which came out in '86, and that looks really good. Also, am I coming in blurry?
Partially. I don't know if your camera doesn't know where to focus.
That's weird. It also feels like my lighting is fucked. Oh, I don't want that. Don't want that.
Don't want that. What are we trying to go for? Like a warm or a cool?
No, I always go for warm because of my skin tone.
There you go.
It might be Streamlabs too because I'm doing the virtual thing. It is what it is. Yeah. It's fine. So I do have a cut of because they did do a 4K master of the Transformers, so I bought that. I had to buy. I was buying that. I was like 100% buying that. So I think it's gonna look good. If you look online, you can see the comparisons. I mean, they say if you have it in Blu-ray, then you don't really need it. But I don't even have it on Blu-ray. So
okay.
It's really just gonna be like that pop of color.
And it also is your like favorite, like one of your favorite movies of all time.
Well, the Transformers one.
The Transformers one I'm talking about.
Yes. Well, no, that was a. It was a no-brainer. I got the notification. I got like a notification. Like it was one of those. So like what I found interesting in, what was this?
During the Star Wars, including all the Clone Wars. Alex, water.
Yeah. So during the Transformers, what I've realized is that one, there's a whole thing about collecting physical media, which I was doing for a good while. Like I got all of my old Blu-rays from storage and I just have them all set up. Like I have like 50, 60 fucking movies in Blu-ray. Cause that was cool. Cause after I got a job,
I was always doing
kids.
I was always doing
DVDs,
movies. And then now I'm like, shit, do I just like go to Blu-ray at this point? Like,
I liked buying movies. Like, it was one of those things where, like, if you felt like you wanted
listen,
a movie to watch,
absolutely same.
you
You come
know,
to my place.
yeah, you know,
That
like,
or I
okay,
just had a lot of the torrents.
I had the torrents. That was my thing in college. I had torrents. I had a
College-
hard drive.
college torrents.
I had a hard drive and torrents because college had some of the best downloading internet ever.
I'm 90% sure that the hard drive that's in my closet somewhere is the same hard drive that I had in college. Like a 500 gig Western Digital.
Western Digital?
Yeah. The quickness.
Yep.
Yes.
Of course. Western Digital looked like the black book with the blue line.
Yo, what up, brother Vaughn? Big Pixel Panda.
Yeah. So like this whole thing with physical media and like people buying 4Ks, and then you've got like different places that are remastering them. So you've got Shout Studio will do some, Barnes and Noble Arrow will do some. Like you've got some really cool, funky places that will do remasters of 4K movies. And then you go into like the 4K Reddit and you're like, okay, what's a good transfer? So like if it's worth it buying it in Blu-ray. So like there's been this whole nonsense of how like James Cameron has like terrible transfers for his movies. So like Terminator 2 apparently isn't that good of a 4K transfer, nor is Aliens.
Why?
I think it's just because of like the work involved in transferring it, all the stuff you have to do, how they're getting it from the film. Like it's a lot of stuff to get to move it to that level. Whereas you have some movies where like they are like called reference movies, where like it's the shit you show to impress your people.
Yeah.
Right. So like Top Gun 2 is one. Ridley Scott's Alien is apparently immaculate in 4K. Just
okay.
Wild. Pacific Rim looks so good. Like because Pacific Rim is really colorful.
Sure. Yeah.
So it looked like the colors popped really well. Dune, it looks incredible.
Yeah, naturally.
And then what else do I have? Starship Troopers. Oh,
I was shocked that Starship Troopers, like you said, it looks so good. Like
it does,
because it's one of those things where you gotta think technology. Like, granted, a lot of stuff. DVDs are life. The Clarity House is Bounty Busters. That's what we're gonna 300. Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, that sounds like one of my best friends, Lori, actually Leroy's wife. Shout out to them. They have a massive DVD collection that I think downsized before moving, but like it was just me and her looking at each other like, what are we gonna do with all this stuff? What are we gonna do with all these DVDs? Oh man,
yeah, it gets like addicting, man. Because I'm like, now I'm on Reddit. I'm like, all right, Blu-ray deals. All right, what do we got?
Like, so for a while, I would just go like when I leave work. When I used to leave work, when I worked on the Upper West Side, I would leave work, walk from 70th down to 59th, so I could just take the D train from there. And I would go into the Best Buy that was like on the way, and just go to like the clearance like DVD thing, and just go, whoop,
yeah,
whoop. Then I go to Book Off, which has everything for super cheap, but I'm like, I'm just coming home with like mad DVDs that I'll watch once because I need to watch it, and I can't find it on streaming, but I need to watch it.
Yeah, but then you get that moment, it's like, yo, I want to watch this, and I can't find it on streaming. I don't want to pay to rent it because I like it that much.
Yep.
So I don't want to pay to own it.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna go grab it.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna put it on. And you know what's beautiful? I don't gotta worry about the internet. It won't. I don't have to worry about it compressing. Because like I got like a legit 4K Blu-ray player, and then once I upgrade the TV to OLED, it's just gonna be. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. Like my TV's like several years old now, and they still look very good. But
well, it's several years old because technology is moving so fast. Because I remember when you got your TVs.
Which ones?
Oh yeah. I would say the last ones before you moved down.
Okay, so the one I have in the living room.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. Imagine being sick from school and no one's home, and I'm sitting there like, "What's a watch?" Friends and family would come by to borrow DVDs like a Blockbuster without the pay. That's crazy. I know Tone's happy about that.
Mm-hmm. I need to get that on Blu-ray. Actually,
Yeah.
they have so they're not pushing that to 4K because like they don't push some anime they've pushed to 4K. Ghost in the Shell they pushed to 4K. They pushed
That Gundam Wing intro.
Endless Waltz. I don't know if Endless Waltz is, but
I don't know if Endless Waltz is, but I saw that they did the trailer, like not the trailer, the opening cinematic for the episode. They did that in 4K, and I was like, huh?
Yeah.
So
oh my God.
pretty.
What's the other? Oh, Akira. They have an Akira. They did Akira.
Shit.
Obviously they were gonna do Akira. So like they have I think they have some like really popular ones. They released the '97 Berserk as a Blu-ray collection. I would say like a couple months ago. Yeah.
Wait, which original? The original looks so fucking great. The new edition makes me so uncomfortable.
Wait, what do you mean? So do you mean like
wait? Is this for Berserk?
Upscale of '97 or the Golden Age arc movies? Because I do need to pick. I am going to pick up the Berserk anime and watch it piecemeal in the middle of the night. You know.
As you do.
But yeah, so like that's so you were saying about Starship Troopers. Is that what you were? Yeah. So what were you saying? Yeah. So like some of the so it's weird because some of the graphics, right? Because the ships look upscale, they look good, right? But you're not really watching it for the ships. The fucking bugs look great.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, absolutely not.
That doesn't exist.
We don't talk about that.
That doesn't exist.
We don't talk about that in this house. Gotcha.
Yeah. No. That 2016 thing doesn't exist. That never happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, with the
yeah. No, it looks really good. When you come through, I'll show you. And then what was funny is that for Fifth Element, I had to get there's this thing too of like who remasters the 4K. Some will be original from the actual publisher, right? Then you've got others where it'll be like multiple publishers will have it. So like Fifth Element has two releases for 4K. You've got the original from the States, and then you have one from a French studio that redid it because the director of Fifth Element was French. So they took the time and they remastered it way better. And so you go on Reddit and be like, hey, which Fifth Element should I get? And everyone's like, you need to get this cut, this one. So you pay like a couple extra bucks more. But I watched it, and I haven't seen Fifth Element in a couple years too. I was like, oh man, so good. Campy sci-fi. Just
the other thing too is like I was thinking about it a while ago with I forgot what conversation I was having, but essentially it was like when The Matrix came out, the first Matrix movie. That movie and like the stuff that went into it was so good, even with all like the CGI and whatnot, maybe like 10, 15 years later.
Yeah.
Whereas like some movies don't get that longevity of like, oh yeah, you look back on it and it still holds. And like that's why I was asking, like, is it one of those deals where like something like Starship Troopers, good for its time, cheesy as all hell, but would it lend itself to be like remastered and like redone, or does it just need to stay the campy, cheesy, just whatever version it was?
No,
you know what I mean?
I think like where they focus on where the budget, if you have to be like, where does the budget fall in Starship Troopers? It's the computer graphics they did for the ships.
Yeah.
Because you're not there that long. You have like a couple scenes. You've got when Carmen pulls the ship out, when the ship is hit by the asteroid, and then you got a couple of them getting destroyed by the rocks. Yeah. Most of the action is happening on the planet.
Yeah.
Those bugs look amazing.
Okay.
Like, so, yeah. And then, so next up, so then I have Matt Reeves' Batman, which I heard looks fantastic
I'm sure.
Which I can't wait to watch. And then
which give you a good excuse to jump into Penguin afterwards.
Is it good?
I haven't checked it out yet. I was watching Agatha and Lord of the Rings. So I
Agatha's
like,
good. I like Agatha.
Agatha's surprisingly good. We'll talk about it next week or the week after. I don't know, but like, it's definitely worth talking about.
I'm digging it. It's fun.
I didn't think I needed it, and now I'm just like, I'm kind of glad they did it. Like, keep it this level of like this. I don't want it to be anything more than just this.
You know what it feels like? I think because it's one of the first, right? It's one of the first. Yes, it is. It's one of the first live action shows in the Marvel television studio, right? Because Alakite. Yeah, think about it. Marvel Television had X-Men 97.
Okay.
Because remember, they changed it. They changed it from Marvel Studios to Marvel Television.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about that. Like,
they changed
totally
it.
Forgot about
they
that.
changed it because they started creating their TV shows like actual fucking TV shows, and not the problem that that all the Star Wars shows fell into, and all the current Marvel shows except for like the first 4,
right?
And Loki was shoot it like a movie, and then cut it up and present it to you,
right?
Without like decent cliffhangers to make you wanting more. And we talked about this when we talked about The Acolyte, how like all the shows, how we all like everyone critically was like, I don't know, I don't get the plot. I was like, I really liked it, but that's because I spent 6 hours watching it.
Right.
Like if you binge The Acolyte, it's pretty decent. I would have been pissed if I had to wait week to week.
Yeah.
You
know, I can imagine.
You know, so I think with Agatha, the way they're ending the show, like they ended the second episode with them getting to the road. So it's like, all right, cool. I'm looking forward to episode 3 because now we're on the road. The first episode ended with after Aubrey came in and she was
the kid was like doing his like whatever incantation thing.
So it felt like a TV show.
Yes.
X-Men 97 did the same thing too, right? Yeah. X-Men 97 ended each of those episodes like bangers.
Yeah.
So they're filming it like TV, they're creating it, they're writing it like TV, which I think was a major weakness for them. So hopefully Agatha will be much more popular just overall as a television show because it's being written like one, even though it's still, I'm sure, 8 to 10 episodes or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
And ideally they do that with Daredevil. So that they're waiting and wanting for more, because if you're not dropping it all at once, then you can't just leave it like that.
Yeah.
So
apparently Colin Farrell did a very good job with Penguin. So I loved him
and Matt Reeves'
Batman, like amazing. My thing was, and I think it's just because I'm exhausted from a lot of the stuff that there's like, let's just give everyone a show. I didn't think that we needed it, because also Gotham for me, and I only watched one half of a season of the first season, like literally the first half of the season, and then I was like, I'm out. Like I'm completely not committed to this. And then from what I saw, clips or whatever the case is, and what people were telling me, it became the Penguin show, like the Penguin origin story. And I was just like,
this one,
Gotham,
the one on Fox.
Yes.
Oh.
That like it's so weird, because I know people who are diehard fans. They're like, I love it, and I'm like, this thing is gross. I hate it. Get it away from me. Oh my god, that thing could go in the dumpster back with fucking Snyderverse. Like, just
get it. Get out of here.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Get out of here. Yeah, no.
Like, he did it. Like, yo, when you first see him in the costume and he starts talking to you, that's not the same guy. That is not Colin Farrell. Like, he trained, like, when people go, yo, this is Colin Farrell, I was like,
oh, when we first saw him, I was like, that's not Colin Farrell.
That's not fucking Colin. And then he spoke. I was like, yo, whose uncle is that from Brooklyn? What are you talking about? He's fucking Colin Farrell?
Like, man. Yo, I like love how good
I will say it.
That
Colin Farrell can act. I've been saying it forever. That man can act his fucking ass off. However,
were you a fan of SWAT?
I was like, you. Listen, actually, you know what? I was thinking SWAT, but what actually sold me on him was phone booth. Phone Booth was fucking. You cannot tell me that movie wasn't fucking great. Then again, it was also Kiefer Sutherland doing his fucking damn thing. But either way, I digress.
Was Kiefer Sutherland the sniper on the phone?
Yes, he was. He does. Yes, he is. He is like subject to a lot of like bad writing sometimes, but it, you know.
Listen, we've gone a long way from when he was Bullseye. Okay.
Oh my god! Good
and he was knocking peanuts on the plane to choke an old woman.
Yo, that shit was great. That shit was fucking great. Oh my god.
No, man. Like I remember, it was so like, I can't wait for Matt Reeves' Batman 2. I'm so excited. I loved. It was such a sleeper hit.
Yeah,
it was
the fact that you were like, "Yo, get out the house, go see this movie," and I was adamant that I was not seeing this movie.
I know you were,
and it wasn't because like I never said, "Oh, Robert Pattinson this." Like I never gave him shit. I was just like, "Yo, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I don't really care for it." And the way you said it, full stop, full send, like with your whole chest, you were like, "Bro, I'm gonna need you to get out this house and fucking go watch that movie because we're gonna talk about it." I was like,
I remember.
What the fuck?
I called you. I remember because
what are you talking about?
Me and CBS got out of the movie theater, and we called you at like 11:30, 12 o'clock, and we're like, "Yo, you need to go see this."
Yo, and it was
because it was like
wild.
Every single review was like, "This movie is incredible." Pattinson did the damn thing. The soundtrack is just, it's Detective Batman, like you haven't seen him before.
Yeah, man. Hot take that I saw,
and then Gotham was like Gotham for the first time. It wasn't just New York; it was like Gotham.
I mean, we got kind of close in the Nolan movies. Kind of.
No, I would say the closest Gotham we had in regards to campiness was the original with the 90s 4.
Okay, all right.
Because Schumacher, like we say what you say about the two Schumachers, it was campy as hell. Gotham was like very campy, and then obviously the Michael Keatons are classics.
Yeah.
Nolan took a realistic. Gotham was like Chicago / New York.
That's fair. Okay.
You know, like it was, and that's fine because that's his take, that's his filming style. So that was okay, right? But and then Gotham wasn't anything in the Snyderverse. It was just dark. It was always dark in Gotham, and it was always sunny in Metropolis. That's all they did.
It's so fucking weird.
And then weird. Gotham in Matt Reeves like had like the big billboards, and it was grimy, and it was just like
it felt more lived in. I will give it that. It felt way more lived in. But yes, I saw it with Shy. We were dumbfounded. Like, yeah. I think you told me, and like I forgot that he was him. Because I vaguely remember, like I kind of knew, but like it was one of those things where I was like, wait a fucking minute, and it was just so. He's good. Oh
yes, you guys sent us the picture. You sent us the picture.
Yes. That was a fucking great day.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm pumped to see that in 4K. Obviously, I'll get the Nolan trilogy because I have the Nolan trilogy in Blu-ray, and I have I have Batman and Batman Returns on Blu-ray. So I'll pick out. I mean, like I said, I have a couple I need to replace.
I believe I have both the original 4. I have the Nolans, and I have the Adam West movie, if I'm not mistaken.
It's like I just don't care for Adam West Batman. Like I appreciate it for what it was.
I
just do not care for it. Like I've watched episodes just to say I watched it.
Oh no, I've never watched an episode.
Really?
I've only watched the movies. Or the movie rather.
Oh, with the shark repellent spray?
Yes. Fucking shark repellent was one of my favorite fucking things in the entire goddamn world. Hold on. Where's Harvey?
Oh my god. Yeah. I'm not wearing hockey pants. Hockey pads. Hockey pads.
I was gonna say
Hockey pads, not pants.
Oh.
Hockey pads.
Yeah,
I mean, that seems the appropriate way to watch any of those.
You know what really ruined me for Adam West was him being Mayor Adam West and Family Guy. And I would never, like, I can't picture him as Batman because he is Mayor Adam West. Adam West.
Yeah.
Adam West. I was just like, what are you doing?
What's crazy is that they really got Adam West to play.
Yes,
himself,
it is so fucking amazing.
It's amazing. The eyebrows and the mask. Yeah.
You know what the utility belt was? Sponges.
What? Really?
The pouches were sponges.
That's so funny. I just love my favorite fun fact for the original Batman series was for the actor who played Joe, I think Caesar. Was it Caesar?
Romano? No, Caesar Romano? Why do I feel like I'm saying his name
I don't
wrong?
know why I can't remember. Now I gotta look it up.
Yep.
Joker actor.
Caesar Romano. Yes.
Caesar Romano.
Yes.
Yeah. My favorite fun fact is that he was like, I'm not cutting my mustache.
My mustache.
And you have to powder over the mustache. That's like my favorite thing about
that's so boss, man. That is so boss.
Because like it was during that era where like that was like the sexy mustache that all Latin men had, and he wasn't getting rid of it.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
He wasn't getting rid of it.
Also, I heard, and I don't know if this is true, but apparently, Jesus Christ, Adam West was just a hornback.
Yes,
like
I heard that he pulls.
Yo, your man who's out there, they were like, they'll go on lunch, and they'll be like, "Yo, we have to go get him." But it would be, I think it was him and Burt Ward.
Oh yeah, well apparently Burt Ward was representing.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Well. Yeah, I heard that story on like TikTok or some shit like that. And I was like, what?
Apparently Burt Ward had the tripod.
God damn! They're just slinging it.
Yes, I do remember. I mean, he's fucking Batman. He's doing all those dance parties with all those goddamn.
Yep. See, and he's Latino. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
man.
so like but it was just one of those things like I watched them to say, and like you watch it and the back computer looks so fucking stupid. It's just printing shit.
The bat phone is amazing. The fucking open up the head press.
Yeah. But yeah, I just never got. Although you know what they are releasing? They're releasing so you know the Tumblr scale Lego set I have?
Okay.
You know, they did the Tim Burton Batmobile, which is now out of release. I need to get a third party.
Damn.
They're doing the Adam West Batman mobile.
Oh shit.
Which tells me that within 2 years
we'll get the animated
series. Like,
listen,
that's what that tells me. Because if I got the Tumblr, we've got the Michael Keaton one, and we're now getting Adam West. That means, and we have several Batman animated series sets. The one I showed you, the Cityscape one, they did do a small scale Batman animated series Batmobile with Harley Quinn and Mr. Freeze. So part of me is like, okay, I think they're gonna do it. So I'm hoping, because I can't wait.
That'd be fucking dope. Oh, that'd be dope as shit. I'm not even a Lego person. I'm like, I'll make room. Like you guys have seen my Batman collection. It's like, there's no way I'll make room. It's fine. Yeah, totally fine.
So like I think that would be the only like the only major Batmobile they wouldn't have, because like no one's really going for the Schumacher Batmobiles. And
I will say they'll probably go for the black and blue one, the one that was like all light up in the end. I think it was for the freeze fight. Because while that car, or while that movie wasn't like great, the the car for me stood out as a kid. And I remember, like, I think I still have the car somewhere, but like that was a widely popular car because it just looked so like toy cool.
Yeah, that movie's a guilty pleasure for me. Batman and Robin.
I mean,
I haven't seen Batman Forever in a long time.
Batman Forever is my guilty pleasure.
That's your guilty pleasure? Okay.
It is. Because in my head, I'm like,
Jim Carrey as the Riddler works.
Come on. Also, him and fucking
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones worked so well together, man. Come on.
Yeah.
It was masterful. Masterful. Then you got Nicole Kidman at her peak.
Yeah.
And you have fucking one of the best bloopers ever, which is when they knock out Alfred and he falls on the floor when they open the doors, like trick or treat.
Yeah.
He falls on the floor, but the way the tray falls on the floor, he moves the tray out of the way for them so they won't fall, so they won't trip over it.
Who, the kids?
Or... No. Remember when Riddler and Two-Face were like, oh, and he was like, oh, he opens the door and he goes, oh shit, and they get knocked out, and then they toss him into the closet. They drag him into the closet.
Yeah.
On the way to moving him into the closet, he moves the tray of like stuff that he had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm a big fan of Batman and Robin just because it's so campy. And I mean, Uma Thurman's ridiculous, and I just love Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze because it's so ridiculous.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
You know, the biggest travesty is that they made Bane into an idiot. Like that was.
I was just gonna say Bane is like the worst part of that movie.
The thing of that movie because it's just such it just doesn't represent the
best
character
part of that movie. Alicia Silverstone.
As
Don't
Batgirl.
at me. Don't at me. Listen, a young fucking Law was like, never been so team Batgirl in my life.
Ah, yes, the bat nipples.
Yes.
Yes.
The fever dreams.
Yes. Yes.
Fever fucking dreams. But I will say, I still stand by Kilmer is one of my favorite of at least the early, one of my favorite Bruce. Like he played Bruce really well in like the sense of the drama, the gravitas, like the weight on his shoulders that I think was portrayed in Kevin Conroy's. It wasn't done as well, but it was done to that degree where I felt like it was a better, more believable Bruce than we had gotten before and even after, up until I would say I like Bale. Bale is my this and that. Like I'll take a little bit of his Batman and a little bit of his Bruce, and it gives me the best on-screen Batman that I've seen yet until Pattinson. Pattinson's like right under or right next to.
We need that. We need him to get over that year one. And
essentially,
that's kind of where I know that's kind of where Val was at too with him. He was just like, he's so strong. I'm like, he's year one.
He's year one. A lot of people, it was the year one of like, you know, he's scrawnier, he's scrappier, but he's literally just like figuring shit out as he goes. I don't know how we got into this conversation.
I mean, because Val isn't here, and Val likes Lord of the Rings. That's the reason why we're not talking.
True.
I know. I don't know who the four are. I know Cheyenne's here with us. And Arelis
is here somewhere.
You know, so
we got Vaughn in the building.
You're expecting Lord of the Rings. I don't know what to tell you because I don't know if
we'll probably start like at the hour. Give her a little bit more time, and whatnot. Yeah. But first of all, love the segue because it was literally 4K, then just the best tangent we've had in a long time. And then I was gonna say, going off of that, seeing Transformers this weekend, I'm not a big Transformers person. Go see that movie, people. It is amazing.
Have you seen the 86 movie?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw. So I think admittedly, I only saw the 86 movie like within the last 10 years, something like that. Like it was one of those things that I just never
He had solid gadgets. I enjoyed his gadgets in Dark Knight. Like I like his like the squishy grenades he used to get the dude in China.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think his
Squealer.
Suit, I think his suit also had like the most practicality. Like you understood
His second suit.
Yeah, you understood why certain things were being done and made to his suit to be that way, versus a suit like Kilmer's, which is very like just aesthetic for the most part. Even Keaton's, Bale's, I mean not Bale's, Clooney's, they're all like aesthetic for the most part.
Cheyenne had a comment on Kilmer. Here we go.
Yeah. However done, love the mess. Doc Holliday is forever going to be one of his best roles, unfortunately, but that is such an iconic role.
That's Tombstone, right?
Yes, is one of my favorite movies. Thoughts on my that's what it was. But yeah, absolutely. I'll be a Huckleberry. Actually saw a guy at New York Comic Con. I think one of the last years I went. At least I went as an exhibitor, I would say, and I saw him come to the booth, to the Inbeon booth, and I was like, "Bro, let me get your picture." He was like, "Okay." I was like, "No, I don't think you understand. Tombstone's like one of my family's favorite movies. Like for my dad and like growing up as like kids, it was The Sandlot. Like Sandlot is our movie.
Mm-hmm.
For my mom, it's like Tombstone, Stargate, and maybe like another movie. So like growing up, those movies stick out real well. And fucking I'll Be a Huckleberry is such a fucking banger of a line. Like it gives me like the same vibes as like an anime, like, oh, I got this. Step away. Everyone's like, oh shit. The real MC stepped through. He want all the smoke. But
Nice.
love that movie so much. But
yep.
Back to Transformers. I admittedly am not as big of a fan as this one or Seabass, but I genuinely love like watching them. Like I kind of like the Michael Bay's up until a certain point, you know. Yeah, and then
even then, the first one was good.
The first one was really solid.
The first one was really good. Then the second one was just action fest and racist robots and metallic balls. And then the third one was Bye Bye Megan Fox.
Yeah, it was Bye Bye Megan Fox, and then you had Mark Wahlberg for like one or two movies with The Knight when he was like fucking. It just got ridiculous. I was like, all right,
Bumblebee was solid.
Bumblebee was solid.
And Rise of Beast wasn't bad.
Rise of Beast was not bad. But all that to say is I grew up as a like Beast Wars kid. Like that was my introduction, like true introduction to Transformers. And it stuck. Like I remember seeing the other versions, and I had Optimus. I had the Optimus like truck. Bye bye I had to. Big facts. Cause Havoc just gotta. Ooh, okay. Nice. Here for it. Oh, I lost my train of thought. I had the truck growing up as a kid. That's what I was saying. I had the truck growing up as a kid, but I never really watched like the other spin-off shows that came before or after it.
Mm-hmm.
So Beast Wars was the end all be all of my like not knowledge, but more so like of what I feel like my family was.
That's what mine is. Mine is Beast Wars. I mean, I enjoy the original Transformers. I watched like several because my dad got me like a DVD of part one of like the series, so I was watching that. But my love of Transformers, and if you have to be like, hey, what, like when you ask younger millennials and early Gen Z of like what's your Star Wars? Most of them will say the prequel trilogy, right? Because like that's the trilogy they know. For me, Transformers is Beast Wars, then or OG, right? And like I like OG, but like I like the Transformers movie because of how serious it was. And Beast Wars, aside from season 1, because it had to be campy, as you got into season 2 and 3 with Transmetals and with Silverwing and with everything going on, eventually leading to Beast Machines, it got really serious and like kind of what they were about and who they were, and like Dinobot got sacrificed and stuff. Like there was a lot of like depth to those characters. Yeah, so no, I love Beast Machines, where Transformers didn't get to that point because of when it came out in the 70s and 80s. And then you know, and the movie is just a big toy commercial that ended up just being a good movie with a banging soundtrack.
Unnecessarily good
like,
soundtrack.
You know, you got the touch. Like that's just
that is great.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yes, definitely go watch it. Like I was telling Tone earlier, before we started, the nods, like they just literally tip the hat to a lot of the things that we know from like all parts of the lore. So the movies themselves, the shows, just like iconic lines and whatever the case is. And then they'll give nods to like things that like are very for a certain audience. So very for us. Like they'll say something, my nephew's fucking laughing his ass off, and I'll look at my bro, he's just like, me and him are laughing for the same reason he's laughing, but for a completely different reason, because it felt like that moment in Shrek where you're like, I got it. Oh, that's not for you. That was definitely not for you.
Yeah.
So it was really cool in that aspect. And then like, it's not a spoiler, but Keenan just fucking stole almost every time that he was there. We spent more time laughing, just like going, holy shit. But they did it so well where like it's not overwhelming. I will say it's not overwhelming. It is just the right amount of laughs, because you're gonna get hit in the fucking feels.
I heard he does one thing he said he does that whole he calls himself Badassatron, right? Is that
yes? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
It is so good. And from what I understand, it gives more of the origin stories for these guys that we don't really ever have context for. Like we kind of know like they were friends before, or like there was like a brotherhood, and then they just kind of parted ways.
Yeah.
But this builds on so much. Like this took you through the whole.
So they do the whole thing. It's like from him and Orion and D16 being friends, all the way up until Optimus Prime, Megatron being enemies.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Like towards the end of the movie, which is like the essentially penultimate, when
you know the shift is gonna happen, right?
Yeah, you're just like,
okay, it's worth it.
Oh, because like you get taken through the whole thing. Like they end the movie, he is fully Megatron.
Okay.
And you just see, because like I was curious of how they would do it, because you know it's a movie, it's like less than 2 hours, but it feels like you're getting this whole scope, because you understood why they're close, why they're friends, why they're this, but you also understood why like he became Megatron, why he was just like, nah, fuck this noise, we're running hands. Like absolutely get it. Brian T. Henry.
Brian Tyree or Brian T. Henry. Yes. I know who you're talking about.
He is amazing.
He's great in everything.
He is great in everything he does, but like
Paperboy.
Dude, you don't like, I don't think you understand
Atlanta, right?
how, of course.
Okay.
But I don't think you understand, like you're listening to like you're listening to him like be a younger or just like a less Megatron, and you're just like, okay, when is it? And it hits, and you're just like, are we listening to the same dude? Like it fully, like props to him. Chris Hemsworth did an amazing job as Optimus. Amazing job. I will say Brian stole the show for a lot of the like big moments like that.
You gotta have that though.
Lawrence Fishburne. Oh man, Lawrence Fishburne's movie.
Who's Lawrence Fishburne?
He is the narrator and one of the old primes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's the one that gives him he gives him the Matrix.
No. He gives him their ability to transform.
Oh yeah, because they can't transform.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, George? Welcome to the party, pal. What up?
What's up?
I don't want to just jump in, but it is 10. I want to like get through at least some of what we're going to talk about today. Because I know we have 2 more episodes.
We do. Caught up last night.
Yeah.
With the latest.
I literally caught up an hour before we started.
Nice.
I wanted it to be fresh, like real fresh. My notes to myself were the traitorous bitches in Numenor.
Catman.
Yeah, Catman and all his people are basically fucking Kristen Cole. All of them.
Yo.
And I hate them all.
Dude, it's getting to the point where I was listening to because I know we always go over I can't ever go sequentially. So I was listening to Screen Crush and he was talking about something, and like it's something me and Jackie keep talking about too, is that like Homeboy's daughter, like I don't understand where this need of her going against her family is coming from. And like
I was so weird about
it. They don't give it enough. Like it's supposed to be this big to do, and it's supposed to be this whole thing how she betrayed her family and essentially caused all this shit.
Can I say I forgot that she was his daughter until like maybe an episode or 2 ago. Like dead ass. Like when she said something like, "Oh, father," and I was like, "That's right, bitch. What are you doing? Like, what are we doing right now?"
Oh, Joe, you talking about Rings of Power?
It's I wouldn't say really good, but it's good. It depends.
Season 2 is better,
right? But I will say it's dependent on your level of how much you are invested into like the proper lore of Lord of the Rings, or you're just in there for a good time.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. Okay, yeah, that's a fair assessment. I think it's very much like if you are into the lore and you know all the stuff.
Gotcha.
And you're gonna feel like, well, this isn't a faithful adaptation, but you're also like, it's really hard to do a faithful adaptation over thousands of years, as I'm sure Cheyenne can attest, as we were talking about this last week. But if you are, but if you are just in it for like, hey, I just want to watch Lord of the Rings stuff I haven't seen since the movies. I know some of these characters. I'm interested. I want to have fun in a fun fantasy thing, and I'm not gonna lose my shit over anything, then I say, yeah, it's solid. Because you know what? At the end of the day, it still gives you backstory for you to understand stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they're not just making everything up. Like, this stuff happened. They changed some of the bits about, but the whole thing of Sauron and the rings and Numenor, like all the major beats are good information for you to know if you are into the movies. You have.
Appreciate it.
You have. You're much better than me looking something up on my phone really quick to jumpstart my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would say like one of my major complaints is this whole thing with his daughter, because it doesn't give it enough weight in season 1 to make her betrayal, or why she doesn't care for the elves like he does and Isildur does. Like, it just doesn't make sense for this whole thing for her to be siding with Catman.
Yeah.
It
seems so weird because like
that's
all right, her Catman, I feel like he's just a shifty, shady motherfucker, and like, all right, that's his motivation. Cool.
Yeah, we're waiting for him to get his ring anyway.
Cool. The son, that Catman's son.
Oh, who stabbed his boy?
He stabbed his boy. He's just a bitch.
Yeah, he is.
Cool. And then there's another person, right? or is that everyone?
Is it the older guy who like read the bylaws?
Yes, fuck him too, because he just has a punchable face.
What was really funny is that like when he went to speak, me and Jackie were not expecting his high voice. When he read his bylaws, we started laughing, and she was like, "Yo, it sounds like the dude from Princess Bride."
Oh my god! Holy shit!
I was like, you know what? That is
accurate.
That is fairly accurate. Yes.
Damn.
I was not. It was like reading the bylaws.
Just give Jackie a random high five for me when you go back upstairs.
If the bylaw finds you innocent, then you are innocent.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yo, it's so like I can never unhear that now. That's so fucking great.
Just go like back to the scene on the water, and you just like, because like the way he's standing, he's like, oh, they about
to trifle motherfuckers. Absolutely, absolutely, Kristen Cole vibes. I want to punch every last one of them in the face.
Yeah, like an Al Farazan or whatever the fuck his name is, Catman.
Don't know and don't care.
Cats.
Don't know and absolutely.
He looked so angry, and he's all wet, and I'm like, that's one angry cat.
Okay. And then my other note was I was like, Sauron has to be Drake, and I'm gonna tell you why. Right? I'm gonna tell you why. All right, you ready? Yeah. Walk with me on this one.
All right, I'm with you.
Because after Drake got utterly railed and dragged, there's still people who are like, oh, but I'm still bumping. Kendrick didn't beat him because I can't bump to Kendrick stuff in the club or something like that. It was a whole. Then someone just said, like, blatantly said, like, but have you seen his like leaked nude? And I was like, obviously not. I don't care for him. I care less about him in college. Nude? Drake.
Oh,
right. So I'm just like, right. Then I was like, that's Sauron. Sauron has that like, oh yeah, I can do all the wrong and still be on top.
Yeah, I will say I very much enjoy.
He also has like another person that I don't want to say who is a better like 1-to-1.
Wait, which one?
He's an orange face man.
Oh.
And I'll tell you why. Because you have this man talking fucking foolish nonsense, and you have a fucking swarm of people around him. And I'm like,
you watched the clip, right? You watched the clip of what's his name from Dimension 20 going on the TV show, and he was doing he voiced him in.
Yes,
it was so good. No.
Did you hear him say, "Where's my girl Nikki Jam? That cutie pie Nikki Jam?" And we're all like, Nikki Jam is a guy from the Bronx. What are you talking about? Like, what is this?
Yeah. So no. I will say I've enjoyed Sauron a lot. Oh, Anatar.
Whatever he is.
Oh, so that's the new game. Me and Jackie
that man is
play.
Smooth. That man just be out here just
the new game, because I don't think we got a chance to talk about it. Or maybe we did, and I don't remember. And I'm just gonna bring it back up.
Okay.
So this is gonna be next week. We're gonna have either beer, or I'm gonna have beer, she'll have wine, or we'll have wine, whatever. But we're gonna take a sip every time these fucking people roll an R. Because I've never seen some non-Spanish people roll so many R's.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Every R is just so much emphasis. Galadriel.
Oh my God.
Calabrimbo. Sauron.
You realize like now like all of these things are being made notice to me, and I'm never gonna watch the show the same.
It's just funny now. It's so much emphasis on the R. Yeah. Yo. There's so many R's. Elrond. Like, come on. Durin. So many.
Oh, that was my other note that I dropped to chat. I was like, if I don't have love in my life like Durin and fucking Disa, I don't want it. That woman is so good. And he's like, I love you. She was like, love me. She was like, love me later. I was like, ride or die.
Yeah.
And and has to be like, listen, get your head out of your ass. I love you still, and I'm gonna ride or die for you, but I need you to get your head out of your ass. Durin, same person. He's like, yo, listen, I'm vulnerable. He's fucking.
Yo, you go.
What up? Every time someone rolls their R, Castanets played Flamingo guitar chord plays.
It's so many R's.
Oh my god.
There's so many.
Oh
like,
shit.
and it's funny. It's fine. It's fine. It's just you can't help but notice it. And like, there's one Spanish elf, and he don't roll no fucking R's.
No, not a one. Not
you know what's funny? They
one.
only show him fighting. That's all he's there for now.
Essentially,
he just
be out here murking people.
He's just murking orcs, spinning and flipping and doing.
I mean, he did talk to the treants. Like, he talked to them.
I know, but he hardly talks.
I mean, fair, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I don't really care for like all that drama there anyway.
Yeah,
I really don't. Like, I'm so happy that they really focused this season on, you know, the actual namesake of the show, the Rings of Power.
Yeah. Montoya?
I mean, kind of.
A little bit. Oh my god. Oh,
you feel my love and not prepared to die.
Oh my god.
You know what's sad though? Like,
so fun.
Like, you know what's sad is that her character was not that important for them to recast.
Yeah.
You know, like they were like, you know what? There's a writer's strike. There's an actor strike. We'll just make Theo really fucking sad.
Which is wild. Yo, he has so much hands.
No, he does. He does.
He's basically Jason Statham.
I just don't know what his don't know what his point is now. Because like Isildur's whole point is to eventually get back to Numenor. Like, he's gotta go, he's gotta sail back. And then, you know,
what was Homeboy's thing? His thing was like, that's his baby mom, yada yada, he's in love. But that was his outpost, right? Like, he was stationed there.
He was stationed there because the Southlands were with Sauron in the First War. And so that's why the elves were there, and that's why they don't like the elves, because the elves are like overwatching them. And you had that old guy who said he was going to get killed when he left. You know, but who was still a truther.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, but I like the pacing of the show. Jackie is not a fan of Tom Bombadil. She's just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? All these fucking riddles.
He's a lot. Like, he's
a lot, and I'm sure Shai knows a little bit more. Like, he is an enigma in the books as well. That's why he's not in the movies.
Oh, because
he shows up in the books, and they say that the ring cannot control him. Like, he is as old as time. Like he's just this enigma. He's supposed to, you know, there are theories that he is an allegory of Tolkien in the world. Like, there's a lot of stuff.
Oh wait, he's not an Ishtar too?
No, Bombadil is his own fucking thing.
I thought he was like an older.
No, when he said this whole thing, oldest time or whatever, like, I've been here since the beginning. Yes, that's Tom
I just thought he was an old Ishtar.
No, like, he's a side thing.
Oh,
yeah, I'm sure Shai is typing soon.
Well, see, the Wizard of Numenor. I mean, yeah. I guess I was so confused about that, and now I'm even more confused. I guess
it's okay to be confused.
I know, but okay.
He shows up in Lord of the Rings, and in the first book, he literally puts the ring on, and nothing happens.
He just goes, "Oh, this is cute."
Yes. Yes. Frodo meets up with him, like, as they're traveling. I don't know if when they're traveling to the road to meet to go to the Prancing Pony. Okay. I don't know if it's then or after or whatever, but it's before they get with Aragorn, I think. Okay. He puts the fucking ring on. He's like, okay, cool. Like, the ring, he doesn't go to the unseen world. Like nothing happens to him when he puts the ring on.
And does everyone just look at him like, or at least Frodo look at him like,
yeah, he's
crazy?
he's Tom Bombadil. He is just this enigma in the Tolkien verse.
That is so. Tom Bombadil is most likely Maya, like
Maiar.
Sauron.
Yeah, Maiar, Ishtar. They're all. They all got names. They all got names.
I figured he was something of that nature, like he was a higher something being, but like, although it does make a little more sense that he would be a representation of Tolkien, though that's a lot of hubris.
Yeah. Well, they say he invented him in the form of a Dutch doll. It's like there's so much you can go and read up. You can just like wiki Tom Bombadil.
Okay.
You know. Yeah.
Like
it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And so it's like, yeah. So I thought it was interesting when he showed up. But when he showed up, I was like, oh, okay, they're doing the Tom Bombadil thing. Because it feels like, oh, we're gonna bring someone from you've never seen on screen before, and that seems like a person you can bring on the screen, and to have Tom be the essentially Gandalf's tutor, and we know it's Gandalf. Like we like before we thought it was Gandalf, and they were like, no, it's definitely Gandalf. Then they said he needs to find the fire. It's like 100% Gandalf. I mean, it's been 100% Gandalf for quite some time now, but like,
if it's not Gandalf, who would it be?
No, it's definitely Gandalf.
No. I'm saying we know, everyone knows, but who would it be? Like, is there a possibility like he would be something to Gandalf, like or like a predecessor to Gandalf?
When he first showed up in season 1, I thought they were going to give us Sauron. Yeah.
Like an elder being like an immortal, and an angelic race of beings who descend into the cosmos of Ea at the beginning of time to have shaped the world. Yes, that much I kind of retained from the info dump that was last week's episode. So I figured he was in the, like, he wasn't a deity, but he was in that.
He's high level,
right? Demigod-ish.
I'm just saying, when you get a chance, just read up on it really quickly and be like, I don't fucking know where he fits. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So like that's so I think but yeah, no, I'm enjoying the second season. I like what they're going with it. I'm wondering where they're gonna end it. I think they're gonna end it with what's his name. He's gonna they're gonna make one ring of power for man, and he's gonna take it to Numenor and bring it to Alfar because of what is it? Okay. Because of what's happening now, with Celebrimbor and with Celebrimbor building the rings and not knowing his entire city is being sacked.
Yeah, Celebrimbor is off the deep end. Like, he's got him so like in it. It's like damn, it's essentially like he's in his own like one-man cult. Like, he's just like, all right, cool, man. And he's like getting mad. He's like, I don't like you telling me this, and all like and you just see like, all right, I'll back up. I'll do this. And I was like, yo, how is he this good? Like he's not like, there's times where he wasn't using magic, but he was the most manipulative son of a bitch I've ever seen in my life.
When he did the reality stone thing, because it was like, when I saw it, I was like, yo, really? He's about to. And then you see Celebrimbor walk outside. I'm like, it was nighttime.
Yo,
oh, he did the reality. He did the Thanos.
Yo, he was like, oh, this is what you see.
Yeah.
Fucking.
You see kids sewing and happiness.
Okay.
And he turns around. He's
an awesome character to delve into, as his ghost is taking over the Ranger in the Shadows of Mordor.
Yeah. Cheyenne had said that last week, that I guess he's part of the lore in the Shadows of Mordor game.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay.
Yeah, no, but I think all that stuff is just really fascinating. what's going on versus like some of the other bits. I just don't know what's happening with the rest of the people and
like the Southlands stuff.
yeah, it just feels very much like we've got the thing with the orcs and how they're walking into the trap. You've got everything happening with the rings. You got everything with the dwarves. Hopefully, we do see the Balrog this season. And
is the Balrog supposed to show up? Like, do we know for sure he's going to show up?
I mean, the Balrog showed up last season when we saw it in the bottom. The Balrog roared 2 episodes ago, and when Sauron was looking into the fire, he saw the Balrog in the fire.
Okay.
So we'll see. I mean, the Balrog's name is called Durin's Bane. Like, it's literally like it's what essentially fucked up all of the castle. Like, it fucked up the kingdom. Also, like all the greed from the gold, which eventually leads to
why
Smaug.
there's so much gold. Yeah. Oh, this makes so much more sense now.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah.
They become so greedy, right? Like that's what gets leveled up with them with the rings is becoming greedy. And so they amass all this wealth, and then Smaug's like, all right, cool, I gotta go Scrooge McDuck and I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
I mean, yeah, it's not wrong. Yeah, there's so many elements to this season that are happening, but it's more concentrated than it was.
Why are you on right now? Go be
on vacation. Everyone say hi to Sebastian. Tell him to go be on vacation with his wife.
Go be with your wife. Get off.
We're telling Jesse.
She might be
in trouble.
She might be talking to her moms.
Probably. But what's up?
What's up, Seabass? I hope the flight was well, man.
Yes. Hold on. Well, the Rangers using abilities to subject the Balrogs and Orgots. Like, oh, okay.
He's taking a break from all the drinking right now. Oh,
okay.
I see.
Okay.
You got that all you can drink resort thing going on. Just drinking and chilling.
Sounds like a plan. Hi, Steve. Let's go on vacation. Go. That's right. You guys tell him. Lost. Bro, how you lose count after 3 fucking drinks?
Listen, he probably gave them. He's like, listen, so you can drink. So he just goes to find his one bartender.
True.
Oh yeah, Papi, and then he gives him like a 50 because he ain't paying for nothing else. He's already paid. He's already paid up. It's all you can eat. It's all inclusive
for the cruise. That was the one thing me and my friend were just like, yo,
find your one bartender and just be like, I'm gonna go to you. I'm gonna give you like $100. We are.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So,
and I'm sure in his 3-hour flight, he still didn't watch any Lord of the Rings.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
He didn't do that.
That would be expecting too much from him. Shout out to my guy. What?
What happened? What, you got out of the taxi and Hector was your bellboy? Like, what is happening right now? Why do you know your bellboy's name? Oh my god. I feel so like it was so funny when we went to about the bellhops and stuff. I just didn't want to, and it wasn't because I didn't want to do anything. It was just because I had no cash on me. So I'm like, I'll just push all my shit.
I mean, fair. Like
he didn't. He didn't watch Lord of the Rings at all. Shy. He definitely didn't. Definitely not.
Yeah, my cruise was just like, yo, DJ. And then my cousin dropped him a few 20s and he just fucking hooked it up all the time. Like, he would know before we were going to the bar. He'd be like, oh, yeah, I already poured you a drink here. I'm just like, my man, DJ is on it. But it was like the one night that I kept fucking him up because I kept switching back between like Jameson and ginger ale or Captain and Coke. And he's like, which one? I was like, I'll let you pick this one this time.
Yeah, no, like there's this one guy who works at the resort in California where the yearly event I go to is at.
Okay.
And like he remembers like a lot of us. His name is Juan. So I always see him every time we go out there.
Nice.
All right, let's see.
All right, I want to drop by, show some love, and download a little ring to watch. Furiosa? Furiosa. I was like, what the fuck is
I don't know if Furissa is. That's the ghetto bootleg.
because the flight was long and your boy's not built for the middle seat. Why are you taking the middle seat? That's no. Could never be me.
It's funny. Furissa, instead of being on the desert, was probably on the Grand Concourse.
Oh my God. An equally wasteland of a place. Fucking post-apocalyptic for sure. Oh God. Yo, guys, we're here talking about Lord of the Rings. As much as we've not talked about Lord of the Rings, we're here talking about Lord of the Rings. Oh man.
Yeah.
Wait, nope.
I mean, look, he downloaded it though.
Get back to the States.
He downloaded it though, so that takes effort, because you got to click a button, and it's an Amazon show, so you got to go to like a specific app.
Yeah,
But
he probably doesn't have a VPN, so he's not gonna be able to watch it while he's over there.
No, if you downloaded it, it's still hard coded into your phone.
True. Okay, maybe we'll see. We'll see.
And I don't know if you really need a VPN for DR.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm guessing.
He's fine.
I don't know.
He'll be all right.
Yeah.
Listen, enjoy, get a tan, all that good fun stuff.
Get your drink on.
That's what I did for the 2 weeks that I was off on vacation. I just drank and drank and drank. Whoo, I drank. Yeah. So we essentially we have the guys of the soft line that no one really cares about. I was glad to see the Treants finally. The orcs essentially are getting.
I can't with this man.
Seabass, get off.
It's fine, whatever. He can get yelled at.
Yeah. This is probably worse than me going high before I was going to bed when I was in London. Because it's fucking.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right. We love you too, man.
Love you too. Have fun, bro.
All right, later, man.
Oh man.
You're saying the orcs?
We have the orcs who are apparently getting help from the trolls or what have you.
Yeah, having babies.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. We got the bullshit in Numenor. We have Sauron fucking just sweet talking the hell out of Celebrimbor and yo man, you got this. Oh man, you fucked it up. We got to do better next time.
My favorite was we can't do it without you. We need you. If you can just give us a little bit of information,
right?
It would lead loads of time.
All right, give me this information. Why is it that Celebrimbor has to do it and Sauron can't just do it himself? Because we know he can do it.
He can't. Celebrimbor is the master smith.
Okay.
He learns all. I mean, look, Shai can probably correct it here too, but I feel like he learns all of this stuff, and that's what he uses to create the One Ring. But he needed he needed to put his influence into the rings.
Got it.
Celebrimbor is one of the greatest smiths in Middle Earth, second to only his master, who created the Cimmerals.
Cimmerals? What's that?
They're these 3 precious stones. They're the most beautiful things ever created. You know the statue that's in front of
Celebrimbor's forge? It's holding a little thing.
Yeah, but the statue that's his master. That's who he's trying to beat. The Cimmerals are perfected. That's what they are.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
we got to see the door speak friend. And pass. This is the thing.
And enter. Speak friend and enter.
And then Galadriel was a very wild card of an episode where I'm very interested to see where her and Elrond get into, because he doesn't trust the ring, still loves his friend and is cool. Then she was all right, take the ring, boogie, and I'll go. First of all, let me backtrack, because I forgot about one of the coolest fucking fights was that fucking undead white fucking the ghastly whatevers with the chains and shit. That shit was dope.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking awesome.
Oh yes.
Nice little bit of suspense. You show how smart Elrond is for like knowing you can only be killed by the swords that like killed them, or they can only be killed by the swords that killed them, and them putting the pieces together that something or someone brought them back. But then we get to the accidental shot off on one of his guys, and eventually like her just going, I got this. I was like, yo, is she about to clear an entire army by herself? And I felt like she could have. I still don't know why she didn't pop the shot off on homeboy, because I was like, you was right there.
I think she wanted to talk to him.
I guess, but like, yo, I was so ready. I was locked in. I was like, oh, you got it, fam. She took out like 100 dudes. Easy. She could have kept it cooking.
I think she's got this whole idea is that they need an army.
Who needs an army? The orcs?
She does. Remember, Sauron promised her an army. Like that was the trick he gave to her. He promised her an army.
Yeah.
Right. And so she knows he's back. And so like this idea of like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, whole idea I think is where it's going on. But even what's his name for the orcs is also like I was also what I thought was really interesting too was
oh, these are the names. Yes. Vilya, Narya, and Nenya. Nenya is Galadriel's. See, I remember stuff.
Yeah, and then eventually Elrond and Gandalf get one.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
So the ring that Gil-galad has right now will eventually go to Elrond. And then
interesting, but I thought he didn't want anything to do with that ring.
But later on, you know.
And then Gandalf isn't an elf.
Well, he gets it. He gets it because it's the Ring of Fire, and his whole thing is the whole fire. He says that flame thing. I forgot what it's called, but yeah. So you know the wisest dude, the wisest of all the elves.
Yes,
he gives that ring to Gandalf, and then Gandalf will have a ring.
Do we see that in the movies? That Gandalf?
Yeah, they have him. They have him on.
Why did I miss that?
They don't really talk about it.
It's such a because I was like, that feels like it should have been a bigger to do. Like,
no, it's not. I mean, it's not because it doesn't do anything. They still need to destroy the one ring, but it's just lore wise, like where do those rings go? That's where they go.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Also, a question: in destroying the one ring, are those other rings now innate, or they are still like magical tools that just don't have his influence?
Let me see.
We have called the Anatar, which translated as the Lord of Gifts. Gotcha. But fun fact, that person posed as Celebrimbor was Sauron. Huh?
Is that when he goes over to Numenor? When he gives it?
Oh,
I don't know. Because he does go. He does go to Numenor.
Got it.
Because he gives counsel to Al-Farazon to go west. To go find your destiny.
Because he's a moron.
Which is to destroy your island. That's the destiny you find.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it was more so of the fact that the one ring was built to control the other ones. And that was his, and then, you know, obviously Sauron put his essence into it as well.
They're still magical tools without the influence of the one ring. Okay. And then Celebrimbor secretly created the one ring, Second Age 1600. Okay. Interesting. I would imagine by that time he created that ring as like he was already so in it. Like he was in the weeds of just like, oh my God, like we got to make this ring because the other ones are, you know, acting up or going crazy. I don't know. That's my guess on it. What you got?
Let me see. Okay. Yeah. So no. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think it's just all a bunch of stuff. We'll see how it all shakes out at this point.
Yeah.
We all know where it's going.
I still want to know what the deal is with the Dark Wizard. Like, that feels very like loosey goosey to me. I want to know what those guys with the masks are, like, if they're human, if they're whatever.
I think they're human. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think they are human. I think I'm sure one of the 9 rings will find its way over to the east. You know, like, you know, there's got to be someone that one of those rings will go to.
Yeah.
And yeah, and they become the ring wraiths.
Yeah. Do they become ring wraiths immediately, or is it like a overtime thing?
I think it's after they die, but it could be they get degrade, you know.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Let me see.
Okay. Let's pull it up. He already made the ring, so the one ring was to tame it, but essentially for Sauron to imbue like a Horcrux, which made anyone wielding it crazy. Valid. So they are still magical tools after the influence is gone and removed, and they're not just like pieces of jewelry that you're like, all right.
I mean, I don't know, but like I don't know if they exist aside from the 3 elven rings. Right? Because the 9 go to the Nazgul, and you know they're destroyed and killed.
Okay. The Nazgul is
the ring wraiths.
Right. No, wait, that's what they're called? Do you want to?
Yeah, Nazgul ring wraiths. Well,
Gotcha.
it's other way around. It's 3 elves, 7 dwarves, but yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what happens to the dwarven rings afterwards though. Yeah, I don't know who has them. Gimli clearly doesn't have one or anything like that. Thorin doesn't have one when we see him in The Hobbit. So it'll be interesting where it all goes. I think they just get lost to time, and it's only the 3 that we know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slave it with extra steps. The one ring influencing everyone. The jewelry essentially still has its pros and cons. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Thank you, Shaq.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, though. I think it'll be interesting. We've got the town will be destroyed, and then I think Annatar will move on to Numenor. I think that's kind of where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And then the season will end with him at Numenor, kind of guiding the next.
But you said next season will probably be where Numenor falls.
Yeah, because they have to sail west to Valinor for Numenor to fall.
Gotcha. Okay.
So they haven't sailed west yet. They can be non-believers all they want. They had one rule, and it was to don't sail west. You can't come here. Yeah.
Brain is solely on empty, and Thorin didn't get it. Okay. Killy and Philly, his sister's children, died the same day as him too. What? Shai is just giving mad info right now. We're just dumping knowledge. Love you for it. Yeah. So what are we gonna do we'll do like the last 2 episodes
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. Next week we'll talk the first 3 episodes of Agatha. How many episodes of Agatha are we getting? 6?
Let's find out. How many episodes of Agatha? Ooh, 9.
9. Ooh, that means we could do them in 3.
We're getting 9. We're getting 9, and looking at the calendar, the show dropped last week, and we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then on the 30th, we're getting episodes 8 and 9. So we're getting the final 2 episodes on Halloween Eve.
Oh, nice.
That's how they're doing it. Yeah.
So, we'll do the first 3 episodes next week. We'll hold off on any of the Lord of the Rings or Agatha next week, the week after, and we'll do Penguin? ?
Yeah, I just want to see how it's reviewing.
That too.
If it's reviewing well, I'm
don't
down.
hold us to
Also,
that, audience, but
don't hold us to that.
tentatively.
And then I know Dune has their TV show, which I'm also gonna wait and see what the reviews are, because I'm just not killing myself with time if it's not worth it.
Fair.
You know, so we have that. I mean, you've seen Transformers 1. I'm seeing it. I'm sure Val will see it. Maybe Seabass will see it. So we could do Transformers 1 at some point. I'm trying to think what else we got. What else we got coming up?
Thunderbolts, but that's not for
Thunderbolts
a while.
is next 2025.
Yeah. What was the stuff? I know Seabass dropped some stuff into the chat.
Aren't we getting Critical Role?
Mighty Nine?
Critical Role.
Yes, Mighty Nine?
No, the other ones.
Oh, Vox Machina?
Yeah, isn't that this year?
Hold on.
And they're doing the same thing. 3 weeks, 3 episodes a week. Or 4 weeks, whatever. But the 3 episode drops.
Hold on. Release date. Season 3 is launching October 3rd, 2024, baby. The first 3 episodes all on that day.
Yeah, so they do 3 episodes a week. So October will be Vox Machina. We'll have Agatha.
We have some stuff that we're actually enjoying that we'll cover. So we can just figure it out.
We'll finish this. We'll finish Lord of the Rings. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've seen.
Not that I'm aware of. Let me see.
Any of the anime we're all watching, we're still waiting on when the Demon Slayer movies are coming out. Apparently, there's an announcement happening in December, but I don't know when that's happening.
Oh, there is a My Hero movie coming out.
Oh yes,
within the next week or two or something like that. Which I think is like a theater release for now only, but I do want to see it. Wait, hold on. Majority of the dwarves died in the Hobbit gradually into the Third Age. Cough. Tony Stark is dead. Runs off. Not her dropping the spoiler and be like, "But Tony Stark is dead." Kind of makes sense about the door. It does. It absolutely does.
I mean, you do see one of the 12 dwarves in the Mines of Moria in Lord of the Rings.
That's the one that was on the throne, or whatever, right?
No, the one holding the book, or the one who's holding the book, or the one who was like when they go into the Mines of Moria.
Yeah.
In the original trilogy.
Yeah.
And Gimli starts like freaking out and he sees all the dwarves in that one room.
Oh, yes. Okay.
One of the 12 that went on the journey is in there. I forgot. I don't know why I can't remember his name. I think it's the one with the glasses is the one that's in there.
Bleach, October 5th. That's right. Oh my God. Listen, it's gonna be a very packed back half of the year. We'll finish off strong for sure. We got options. We gotta just schedule out, but we got options. We're good. Is there anything else before we cut it off for the day?
No, I think that's it. I don't really have anything. You have not beaten Baldur's Gate 3 yet, so I think that's it.
Lower your voice when you yell at me, sir. Calm down.
It was Balin. Yes, it was. That's who it was. That's who it was. It was Balin. That's it. It was Balin.
Well done. Team effort.
I think that's it. Yeah, because everything else I'm playing Warhammer, which is a lot of fun.
I'm waiting for Payday. I'll pick up Warhammer.
Okay, cool.
I'm probably picking up Warhammer and Astro Boy. Not gonna lie, because
obviously,
not Astro Boy, Astrobot.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh my God,
I knew what you meant.
So fucking good. And then something tells me when I do Baldur's Gate again, I have to like just jump in from the beginning. Like there's,
oh my God,
I know.
Beat the fucking game, man. You level 12 yet?
Maybe. I think I'm level 10. No, I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'll let you know.
I just beat the game.
sir. The library, I mean, just lower your voice. Stop yelling.
Stan, you're so close. And yet so
Fine.
far.
Fine. All right. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Wouldn't be here without you guys. Thank you for coming and joining with us on all of the shenanigans that are our show.
Indeed.
Appreciate you, Shy, for dropping all of the lore knowledge and keeping us sharp and on our game. Shout out to George, fucking Hugo, Aurelius, fucking Juan for dropping by. You guys are the best. I think I am going to take us out. It's been your boy Law.
Your boy Tone from across the hall.
And that's it, guys.
Later. See y'all next week.
Peace.